Hello everyone, this is Gopu, Technical Marketing Engineer from Cisco Networking and Compute Group. Welcome and thank you for attending this session. This session centers around Intel's Quick Assist Technology Accelerator for offloading compression and decompression operations of enterprise applications. Here we will focus on how it helps improve the performance in case of Microsoft SQL Server backup. Here's the agenda for this session. Introduction to Intel's accelerators with special focus on quick assist technology. Configuring SQL Server for offloading backup compression to the accelerator. Look at validating QAT using Cisco UCS X-Series M7 compute node and finally verifying the results. As we all know, Intel has recently launched their 4th Gen Xeon Scalable processors aka Sapphire Rapids. These processors featured with purpose-built integrated accelerator cores which deliver enhanced performance for various emerging workloads like AI, security, storage, and data analytics. Up to 4 accelerator cores are supported per processor. In today's demo, we are going to talk about one such integrated accelerator, which is Intel Quick Assist Technology, in short QAT. Using QAT technology, we can offload some of the storage operations like data decompression, compression, cryptography to the QAT accelerator cores. This provides some key advantages. 1. Improved compression performance. 2. Since compression decompression operations are completely offloaded to QAT cores, the CPU cores are free and can be used for customer business applications. And 3. Due to faster compression speed, it significantly reduces maintenance window for production deployments. For validation, we chose MS SQL Server Backup Compression, as Microsoft and Intel have worked together to enable SQL Server database backup compression offloading to Intel's QAT hardware accelerator. We have used Cisco UCS X-Series X210 M7 compute node powered by the latest Intel 4th Gen Xeon Scalable processor. It is equipped with two 8468H Intel 4th Gen Xeon Scalable processors, 256 GB DDR5 memory along with local NVMe SSD drives. These drives are used for storing the database data file and backup files. Windows Server 2022 and SQL Server 2022 are installed on the M.2 SSD drives, and Intel QAT drives are also installed to detect and show up in the operating system. This slide shows the steps to configure SQL Server to offload backup compression to Intel QAT. All you need to do is run these two commands on SQL Server 2022 and restart, and you are good to use Intel Hardware Accelerator for offloading backup compression. This slide shows how to use the specific compression type for backup and how to verify type of compression used during the backup. As shown, use QAT_deflate for QAT compression and MS_express for SQL native compression type for your backup. Use restore header_only command to verify the compression used during the backup. This slide shows the backup compression performance difference between Intel QAT and SQL Server native compression algorithm for full database backup use case without workload running on the database. As seen in the top graph, Intel QAT took around 100 seconds while SQL Server native compression took nearly 255 seconds. So when you offload the database backup compression to the Intel QAT, the backup duration is nearly 2.5 times faster than SQL Server native backup compression. When you compress the backup with SQL Server native, the CPU usage seen is around 8.5%, while with QAT it is only 3.4%. The bottom graph shows the compression speeds for Intel QAT, which is 3900, while for SQL native it is 1600 megabytes per second. This slide shows the backup compression performances for transactional log backup use case with workload running on the database. As you see, T-log backup with SQL native compression took 340 seconds, while Intel QAT took only 204 seconds, which is nearly 1.6 times faster than SQL Server native compression. The CPU overhead with QAT compression is around 3%, while for SQL native compression it is 10%. Also, the bottom graph shows the speed with which the Intel QAT and SQL native does compression. Here's the quick summary of the Intel QAT validation. Intel QAT provides better return on investments by offloading CPU-intensive operations to Intel QAT hardware accelerator. Our test results showed Intel QAT backup compression is nearly 2.5 times faster than SQL Server native compression, and also consumes nearly 2 to 3 times less CPU compared to SQL native compression, and free cycles of CPU cores can be used to run the actual customer workload. And due to faster backup and restore times, you can reduce maintenance window for production database environments. Thank you.